class. Today we're going to compare and contrast two different stories. We're going to use this worksheet. It is page 310. Okay, so a story is a little bit different than a poem. This poem is called a haiku. Okay, haikus have 3 lines, 3 líneas and un haiku. It's a type of poem, un tipo de poem. Okay, so a book or a story is a little bit different, right? We read Two Old Potatoes and Me and a haiku called America's Sprouting. It should be in your packet for the Two Old Potatoes and Me story, a little summary of it. And the poem wasn't in the packet, so I put it on this sheet. But I will read both of them to you right now in case you didn't get to look at them yet. Two Old Potatoes and Me by John Coy, illustrated by Carolyn Fisher. Last spring at my dad's house, I found 2 old potatoes in the back of the cupboard. They were so old, sprouts were growing from their eyes. Gross! I tossed them in the trash. Wait, Dad said. I think we can grow new potatoes with those. I'll call your grandpa. He'll know. Dad and I talked with Grandpa. Then we took the potatoes to the sunniest spot in the garden. We dug. We picked out rocks. We raked the soil smooth. Dad carefully cut the potatoes into 9 pieces. I made sure each piece had 1 yellow sprout. Dad dug 9 small holes. I put a piece of potato with the eye facing up in each hole. Then I covered them with dirt to make little hills. Dad got the hose and I watered gently. In May, green plants poked up like caterpillars unfolding. We got down on our knees and picked weeds. We shoveled compost onto each hill. Won't that smother the plants? No, they'll grow through it. Are we really going to get new potatoes from old potatoes? I think so, said Dad. In June, the plants grew bigger. Violet flowers blossomed, and we added more compost. When we watered, I accidentally sprayed my dad with the hose. He laughed and sprayed me back. In July, when the plants were as tall as my waist, we picked potato beetles off the leaves. I dropped them into a pail of soapy water. Gross! We have to do this? We have to do this, said Dad. Otherwise, the bugs will eat the leaves and the potatoes won't grow. In August, some of the plants turned brown and withered. Are they dead? No, said Dad. The potatoes are growing underground. Are you sure? I hope so. That's what your grandpa said. We weeded, we watered, and we waited. Now, on a cool September day, Dad and I sit on the bench in the yard. Soon we get up and walk to the garden. What's your favorite way to eat potatoes? Dad asks. Mashed with lots of butter and a sprinkle of nutmeg for good luck. That's my favorite too. Let's see what's under these hills. Dad gets the garden fork from the shed, and I carry the big bucket. Dad digs on the first hill. Nothing but dirt. He digs again. More dirt. After all that work, I say. Dad hands me the fork. You try. I dig deep. I lift the fork and I see 7 golden shapes. Potatoes! I shouted. Look at those spuds, Dad says. I bend down and pick up a potato. I rub the dirt off its skin and set it into the bucket. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potatoes, 4, 5 potatoes, 6 potatoes, 7 potatoes more. Each hill has lots of potatoes. Some are small, some are big. Some have funny faces. 51 potatoes, 52 potatoes, 53 potatoes, 54, 55 potatoes, 56 potatoes, 57 potatoes, more. I count 67 and our bucket is overflowing. Forgot to show you this. All this from 2 old potatoes? Yes. Dad rubs my head. Ready to dig into the potatoes you grew? Yeah, I'm hungry. Okay. So this is our story, 2 old potatoes and me. Now we're going to compare and contrast that story to this poem. Okay, when we compare and contrast, we say what was similar and what was different. Compare and contrast es que es similar a esta historia y este. Okay, this is called a poem. Okay, it's a little bit shorter than the book, the story. America Sprouting by Pat Mora. Papaya. Chewing your perfume, we taste your leafy jungle. Yum, juicy tropics. Potato, underground magic. Peel brown bundle, mash, pile high. Salt and pepper clouds. Corn, leaves sprouts, silk snug house. Smell grits, tortillas, cornbread. Pass the butter, please. And that's it. That's our poem. Okay. Now, when you're doing your worksheet, okay, we're going to compare and contrast. So on this side where it says story, you're going to write about 2 old potatoes and me. What was different? Diferente, aquí, 2 old potatoes and me. La primera historia. Y aquí, segunda historia. Aquí. Okay? The poem, America Sprouting, you're going to write here what is different about it. How are they similar? And El Medio, in the middle, you're going to write what's similar. Okay? What is the same? Okay? Let's see. They wrote story. Can be different lengths. Haiku. Always 3 lines. Both use words. That's right. What else did you learn? What was different from the story and the haiku? What was the same? Cosas es diferente aquí y aquí y similar a todos en el medio. Okay? All right. The last thing you're going to do for today is 311. Okay. You're going to do this worksheet on page 300. Sorry, not 300. On the page 3.11. Okay. It says strange garden plants. I'm just going to read right out of here for you. We've done this in class already, so this should be a review. Strange garden plants. Grammar rules. To make nouns, that's a person, place, thing, or animal, right? Plural, add s to the end. 1 sprout or 2 sprouts. We add an s. Remember, we did this in class. For nouns that end in x, ch, sh, ss, z, and some that end in o, add es. Okay, like branch, 1 branch or 2 branches. 1 fox or 2 foxes. Number 3. For nouns that end in a consonant, plus Y, change the Y to an I and add ES. For nouns that end in a vowel, plus Y, just add S. Example, 1 cherry, 2 cherries. 1 boy, 2 boys. Okay? Write the plural nouns. Okay? There's an example right here. So you're going to change these words from singular to plural. So here it says box. You're going to change the word from box to boxes by adding ES. Okay? I'll read this to you and you can fill in the words as we go. Okay? My grandmother has a strange garden. She has box full of sprout all over her deck. Or is it my grandmother has a strange garden. She has boxes full of sprouts all over her deck. So see how you hear the sound with the S at the end? We're going to change these words to the plural. So we want to change them so that they have an S at the end or an ES. Okay? She has bunch or bunches. We're going to change bunch to bunches, right? She has bunches of daisies. Daisies, this one's tricky. You see the Y in daisy? You're going to have to change the Y to an I and add ES. Can you say that together? Change the Y to an I and add ES. Okay? So she has bunches of daisies growing in old boots and lilies in coffee cans. Colored glasses make pretty vases. They line her windowsills. Vines curl around her garden swings and benches. She also made strange metal flowers. She stuck them in the ground between the bushes. Yes, her garden is odd. I love the days I spend there. Okay, so all of the words that are underneath the line, you're going to add S or ES to make them plural more than one. Okay? Have fun. I'll talk to you later. Keep working hard. I'm proud of you.